Jon Allen now going into your 7th season. You're like the longest tenured vet.
Second behind Tress.
How dare I disrespect Tress, right?
He's a man. Got to give him his credit first.
Very, very much so. And we love Tress and everything he brings to this team. Where have things changed the biggest for you since 2017?
Since 2017, I feel like the biggest thing that I had to learn was how to work smarter, not harder. You know, as a young guy, you recover fast. The aches and pains go away a little bit faster. So you can just beat your body up, work as hard as you want, and then you'll recover. And it's not so much the case anymore, you know what I mean? I need more time to recover. I just can't go crazy and beat myself up because then it's gonna put me out, you know? So I just had to find ways to overcome older age, and I say older age like I'm 20, I'm 28, but
given you're like one of the oldest in the room, you might as well have some gray hairs going on.
Yeah, trust me, I do.
When it does come to taking care of your body, let me ask, is Ryan Kerrigan, he was always that guy that never missed a game. And when I would ask, a lot of guys before, would they learn? RK was always that guy. Him now being a coach, you played with him and now him as a coach. How much does that factor into your routine at this point?
Taught me a lot. He taught Matt Ioannidis how to take care of his body, and then Matt passed that information down to me. So every day I do Ryan Kerrigan's pre-practice, pre-game routine, and it works for me.
And what has the ad been for him in the room?
Man, he's just such a crucial tool, you know what I mean? He's a quieter guy, but man, he knows what he's talking about. And 95.5 sacks in the NFL, that's, anybody would love to have that career, So it's something that I try to tell the young guys, really take advantage of, you know what I mean? Because he's not super boastful, he's super just reserved in some aspects. You would never know. But man, that is truly one of the best pass rushers in the game. So try to use him as much as you can, and he can teach a lot of guys a lot of things.
Teaching a lot, you say he's relatively quieter. Coach Zita, complete opposite. I know you've been around Coach Z for a while, but this is your first offseason with him fully having control of that room, it being his. What has he done to kind of help that unit?
Man, he's done a lot. I think he's the longest tenure for a D lineman in NFL history. I think he's 19, maybe 20. So he knows football. He knows how to coach it. He knows how to play it. And he's energetic for sure, man. So we love playing for him. We love having him.
You're out here a couple weeks in with the guys. How are things different? You sit there and you watch Eric Bieniemy on the other side. You see some new additions on both sides of the ball. How has this offseason so far changed?
I would say this is the first year where it's all of us working together. Not saying we didn't last year, but last year it was more defense versus offense. We're competing against each other to win. We're still doing the same, we're still competing, but now it's like, hey, we got to get ready for the season. Guys are a little bit more mature, guys are older, so they know how to compete without putting other guys in danger. So just a big maturity gap, me included, but a big maturity gap increase, for a lot of guys on the team.
You're coming off your second Pro Bowl season in a row. Of course, you're going to say that's the standard, but how do you keep that going to where it becomes 3, 4, and 5?
Every year is a new year, man. Every year I'm out here just trying to prove to myself. It's funny, when I was young, I would always think that once I got my contract, I would have it, you know what I mean? The pressure will be gone. And the more you accomplish, the more pressure you put on yourself. So I don't try to think about it going to the season that, my goal is to make the Pro Bowl. That's expected from me. So my goal is to go out there and dominate every game and prove why I'm worth the money they're paying me and the recognition I've been getting the last couple of years.
And Duron right next to you,
yeah.
He proved it too, got his payday, his Pro Bowl. How much more dynamic, or where do you both take your game on the inside? What's the next elevation?
I think for us it's consistency, I don't want to have a game where I'm feeling great, I'm moving good, and the next game I'm not really explosive, I'm not moving around like I want to. Just consistently taking care of my body on and off the field, so each game I can go to it as healthy as possible and dominate.
Federian Mathis, we know we got to see flashes of him, but then he went down to injury. He's back out here working his way back. What element can he bring and help?
He can bring a lot, man. I know one thing I know is I know how the Bama guys work and I know how they play. I'm really excited for him. I got hurt my rookie year too, so I feel where he's coming from. So he's just eager to get back out there and play.
Anytime I talk to some of the new additions like Emmanuel or Quan or any of those guys that are in the back end, it's always like, what are the opportunities going to be playing behind you guys? And they love it because they know there's going to be some tip passes, some opportunities to take that ball away. But knowing that they did bring in Forbes and Quan and you see some of the changes back there, what does it do for you guys knowing that you have them backing you up?
The biggest thing, me and Payne and all the guys, we always tell our other guys, and as a defensive lineman, we like to make sure it's known that our job is to make everyone's life around us easier. Our job is to help out the linebackers, our job is to help out the DBs. And every game we're going to with the mindset, if we want to win, defensive line has to dominate. And that's just the standard.
You do?
Yeah.
You do as well, 31.5 sacks. What do you have more of, sacks or countries?
Oh, definitely sacks. Definitely sacks.
33,
yeah. 33.5, that's where I'm at?
Well, you're not keeping track?
I try not to, man. I try
Really?
not to. No, it's toxic, man. It doesn't matter. It's easier said than done, though.
But you did visit 30 countries in the offseason.
This
right?
offseason, I think it was 15.
Okay.
It was a lot of travel.
Yeah. Exciting,
Oh,
very exciting. Finish this sentence for me. What is the 2023 season going to be for Jon Allen?
It's going to be my best year yet.
What does that mean? Where? How?
In every aspect, I think you're going to see a player that the league's never seen before. And that's the mindset I'm, moving forward with.
All right. Thank you, Jon.
Thank you.